Well, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for coming. I think we're just about on the hour, so we're going to start. And we're going to just start off that opportunity we have every week just to send out love and gratitude to our I Am Presence and just life in general. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. And then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty I Am Presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I Am Presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith, and the protection from our mighty I Am Presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty, beloved I Am Presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I Am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I Am Presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I Am Presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our four earthly bodies, all those little inner wakas receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner waka of our four earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, the beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great Ascended Hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. Oh dear, so sorry there was an interruption again. Whoops. I don't know, sometimes the internet, anyway, I swapped over to the hotspot. And now I was just thinking who would like to read. Drew, are you available to read? Is your mic working? I know we did chat about it last week. I'm not sure whether you've got yours going. There we go. Thank you, beloved Drew.
I believe I have.
Good.
Okay. Yes, good evening. Before reading the words of the Master, we say together, with mics muted, as suggested by beloved Lord Kuchumi. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Kuchumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved Drew. It was quite, wasn't very loud, but anyway, we could hear it. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks, beloved Drew. All right, so topics for the week. We're going to carry on with the Secret Valley. And we know we've got Baha Master Uriel helped Robert and his wife and their son and beloved Funway. It's just a lovely, lovely chapter, so I'm sure we're going to enjoy that. And then there's one breath, the elixir of life from the healing chalice, which I found, which I thought was really good. So I put it into a video. So I hope you enjoy that. There's also some nice breathing to do. And then beloved Roxanne is going to read this week, and we're going to finish off with Keeping Healthy and Youthful by beloved Archangel Zadkiel. Some quite interesting information there. And from the beloved Mahachahan, be ever alert to the force acting in us. So this was when the Mahachahan was the Mahasahib, as they called him, and he's now the Cosmic Holy Spirit, Aeolus, but this wonderful words from him. And then I'm going to read from Mighty Director of the Builders of Form, also wonderful information. And beloved Antoinette will take us through our very important part of doing the decrees. So now we're going to listen to Gerald Craig from the Saint Germain Foundation reading The Secret Valley.
How can you read my thoughts so readily? I asked. Oh, that is a very ordinary and easy thing for us. It is all quite natural when you understand how to do it, and really quite simple, he replied. Come, he continued, you must be hungry. Let us have something to eat. With their arms around me, we entered the ancient building. The interior was finished in pink marble and white onyx. I was shown to a beautiful room, where the morning sun flooded everything with its glorious radiance. I refreshed myself, and found a suit of white flannel had been provided for me. I tried it on, and it fitted perfectly. This surprised me, but again I remembered the admonition to be silent. I went downstairs and was presented to a striking-looking gentleman about my own height, with large, dark, piercing eyes. Father, said my son, this is our beloved master, Ariel. He is the one who saved the lives of both mother and me, and has trained us all these years until you could be prepared to join us here. It was he who sent you the message and directions to come, because the time had arrived for your definite training to begin. We entered the dining room, which was magnificent, and I could not refrain from expressing my admiration. It had been placed at the southeast corner of the building on the main floor, and was flooded with sunshine morning and afternoon. The walls were made of heavily carved walnut, and the beamed ceiling inlaid between the beams with motifs in hexagonal design. A solid piece of walnut, at least 2 inches thick, rested on an ornately carved pedestal, served as a table, and looked as if it were thousands of years old. We took our places around it, and presently a slender youth entered. My son introduced him by saying, "This is our brother Fun Wei, whom our master brought from China when he was an infant, at a time when his life was about to be taken. He is from a very ancient Chinese family, and is able to do many wonderful things. He has always wished to serve us, and we are privileged and happy to call him brother. He is one of the most joyous natures I have ever known." Among the things for breakfast were luscious strawberries, with delicious date and nut cakes. We went into the large living room, and the master Ariel said to me, "At the time your beloved wife, who is your twin ray, would have passed on, I saw an opportunity to give certain assistance which would enable her to reach the ascended state, and thus have much greater freedom and wider capacity for service. It was my great privilege and joy to give that assistance."
Whoops. Lovely to call to beloved Funway. I'm sure we've all had a chance to, well, a lot of us had a chance to do that. And just the feeling of joy. I always think that when I'm feeling really happy and joyful, a lot of laughter, Funway is around. I always get that sort of sense. So it's always a good thing for us to call if any of us feeling, like a little bit anxious or whatever, to call to beloved Funway, because he's, I know, so willing to help us. So now we're going to listen to this these wonderful words about breath work. the holy breath from the healing chalice. Beloved children of the one breath, inbreathing the divine essence of God being, know thou that within my breath abides the fullness of thy God perfection. Pulsating within thy mortal forms, the breath of my being imparts its life, intelligence, and power for the use of each individual self as it functions in the world of form. I am that breath. Within it is my perfection for thee. Breath is the divine fuel empowering the motor of thy beings. Within it are the powers of which thou hast not yet even dreamed. Man uses the divine essence of myself and with abandon wastes its priceless energies in the dissipations of the flesh. Children of my heart, children of my breath, be thou still and know me. Breathe into thyselves the flame breath of the Father, Mother God. Love the breath, for within it abides the fullness of all thy heart's desires. Bless each breath as it gently enlivens thy mortal forms with its vitalizing presence within thine own separate worlds. Absorb the fiery essence of the breath, recharging all the substance of thy beings with God life. Renew thyself with each new breath. O children of my heart, I am the will of God within thy breath. I am the love of God within thy breath. I am the cohesive essence of that will and that love. I am the flaming breath of thine own God selves. If thou dost will it so, it can set thee free. Permit my breath to stimulate into renewed action the dulled senses which abide within thine own potentialities. Fan the flame of freedom, which my breath is, until every electron within thy being becomes a star of light. Disease, unhappiness, fear, pain, distress, and all the limitations of the flesh are outcasts in the flaming breath of my being. Either thou must breathe the air of earth, polluted by the wayward desires of other men, or raising thine own heartbeats unto me, accept the holy breath of me, thy God, who made thee, and walk the earth in freedom's flame. I am thy breath. I am thy freedom now, from deep within the secret place within thee, breathing deeply of the divine essence of the God presence, which is myself. Feel the expansion of that flaming breath within thee. Let the burden of thy limitations and distress be transformed into happiness, beauty, and perfection, with which it was at first endowed. Breathe in this fiery breath from God's perfection. So let's now breathe in the beautiful, fiery breath of God's perfection. As we breathe in, we hold the breath, we breathe out, and we hold the breath. We say inwardly, I am inbreathing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am absorbing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am expanding the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am projecting the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am inbreathing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am absorbing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am expanding the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am projecting the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am inbreathing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am absorbing the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am expanding the fiery breath of God's perfection. I am projecting the fiery breath of God's perfection. And so be it, beloved I am. Here we are. It's a lovely thing to do. Even what I find when I'm driving or riding the scooters, I do here. Just to do that breath work is such a lovely thing. And then also just to know that we're sending it out to bless the world through the power of our I Am Presence. It's such a lovely thought, I feel. And so this is from Beloved. The gem is from Beloved Archangel Uriel. And he says, if you think about it and about any of the divine beings, you will notice that wonderful grace in their nature. In the first place, they never come unless and until they are invited. They do not give advice unless they are asked for it. They leave when they are finished with their services, and they are at hand again when you make conscious calls for their assistance. These are the selfless ones who give all they are and have, asking no return to themselves, but fervently hoping that their endeavors will bear some fruit of expanding perfection in the world of form. Now that is what you aspire to. Keep on keeping on with these aspirations until each and every one of you is so filled with sustained grace that you are really like your master. Can you think of our Lord Mahachahan as being anything less than the fullness of grace in all his service? The beloved Moira, mighty being of fire that he is the most graceful of all the princes of heaven. And as we have said, the beloved Saint Germain is so outstanding in his gracefulness that when he moves into a room, when he raises his arms to give a blessing, when those lovely violet eyes flood forth their gratitude to the Chela, every gesture is a manifestation of such grace, such dignity, and such love. Oh, it's just so lovely. So I thought that's just a lovely thing. And I know we always, Antoinette, every morning calls to beloved Donna Grace to fill us with listening grace and have it sustained. So it's just a lovely way to think about grace. And so now we've got this wonderful opportunity to call for our beloved brothers and sisters that have passed over into the psychic and astral realm. They've left their physical bodies. So we say together with our mics muted, beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my beating heart, and beloved Saint Germain. While my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream, including that in my causal body, be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be drawn into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so that when they are summoned for re-embodiment by the lords of karma, they bring into incarnation only a heritage of perfection and carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. And we accept this done now with full cosmic power, and so be it, beloved I am, and we thank you. And we just thank beloved Saint Germain and Archangel Michael, because they were the ones that got this wonderful dispensation where they could create all these violet flame temples in the etheric. So when people did pass over, they could go to the violet flame temples and start transmuting their karma, learning about their I Am Presence and doing their ascensions. Such a wonderful gift we have of that. Now, beloved Roxanne is going to read for us. Thank you so much, beloved Roxanne. And I'm going to change the share. Let's get it going here. Whoops. Thank you, beloved Roxanne.
Yes, thank you, Anthea. Hello, everyone. Keeping healthy and youthful, and addressed by the beloved Archangel Zadkiel. This is a continuation from last week's reading, using the violet fire through every prison. How about your great stockyards, where there is so much fear and death, for elemental life is filled with rebellion, natural in such sudden demise. Focus the energies of the violet fire there and feel it acting in, through, and around all those who are taken there, all those who are responsible for the activity of the preparation of food and following the instructions you were given to charge the water. Charge and charge and charge every element that enters into your physical bodies with the most powerful activity of gratitude for life, the resurrection of the divine plan and pattern for your life and for all life, and let it act for you. This it will do. You have not seen the continental surface of your entire Earth globe and what has been there that requires the activity of transmutation for the relief of the people who live there at present and who are to live there in the future. Establish that activity of the purifying agent of the violet fire through every prison, gallows, electric chair, all means presently employed to render an accounting to society, as well as those unhappy individuals who, for money, accept positions that cause the removal of human beings from the earth by artificial means and before their time. No interference with human life permissible. The God who has created each and every one of you had a time for your birth and has a time for your release, and there is no unascended human being that can interfere with that without having a tremendous karma recorded in his own world. We are endeavoring to remove that causing core of the record and memory of it from each such a one. Every parent who has not allowed through the gates of birth a new soul to enter into embodiment for any selfish reason must meet the karmic board and meet that soul too, and make things right. Every illegal practitioner who has contributed to this practice has also a debt of karma which must be paid, but we pay a great deal of that for them, for each and every one, through the use of our presence in the atmosphere of Earth. And we are coming into your presence whenever you choose to have us abide with you. I move forward into the affairs of men, into the worlds of each of you, and with me come all of the angelic kingdom, until his crowned head and magnificent robes are visible to the physical sight of all mankind, and all shall truly bend the knee in gratitude to their cosmic king. A holy and blessed and sanctified year be yours. Be ever alert to the force acting in us. Excerpt from Bulletin Book 2, the beloved Mahachohan speaks. One simple way of knowing which force is using the outer mind is the test of feeling. If the I am presence, the higher self, the masters, angels, or nature divas are playing on the mind, the feelings will be peaceful and relaxed and full of goodwill, and the consciousness will absorb that state of ascended master consciousness, and they will become one. When the outer mind is unhappy, rebellious, critical, and distressed, the consciousness is absorbing a separate entity and is being fed by destructive suggestions. Be ever alert, dear ones, to the protection of the mind from the danger of unseen forces. Man has no concept of the power of his own individuality to maintain an identity amid the thousands of tons of swirling energy that flow constantly in the lower atmosphere of Earth. From that tiny stream of electronic force that flows into a man's heart and animates his body, there is enough pressure of light to keep even the unawakened man prompted from within to a point where he is enabled to pursue, even though slowly, the natural course of his evolution. This is one of the great miracles of evolution. Seen with the inner eye, man's evolution on Earth may be compared to a person swimming against the tide in a sea filled with all manner of voracious creatures, yet having within himself a tiny motor that would enable him to pursue the course toward his goal in safety. As the individual begins to awaken to the divine verities, the pressure of his own divine Christ nature increases, and the electronic light it generates flows through him so powerfully that it gives opportunity even to the most stubborn and ungoverned individual to rise out of the mass consciousness of the human mind, wherein is born all trouble and distress, thus enabling him to express his true God identity. I have compassion for you, beloved wayfarers, because I have not forgotten the agony of spirit which I too suffered during my own earth journey in trying to manifest that sweet presence in an unbelieving world. My love enfolds and strengthens you, each one, as you call to me for assistance on your homeward journey. Blessings and love, Maha Chohan. Now, Cosmic Holy Spirit, Aeolus.
Thanks so much, beloved Roxanne. And there's lots to think about there. And yeah, just to be ever vigilant. It's just we're just so blessed to have these teachings and know who to call to, I believe. When, you know, we might feel anxious because there is a lot of anxiety in the sort of, you know, in the mass consciousness. So if we sort of let our guard down a bit, it can come swirling in, and now we've got tools to set it all free. Anyway, so now we're going to listen to it's just a lovely story. So, you know, these people that are so caring of the animals, I just think it's a lovely thing for us to know that there are a lot of these earth angels out there. And this is a baby bison joins a family, and it's just a lovely story.
When I first got her, she was actually a menace. A ranch called and they were like, "Do you want an orphan bison?" And I was like, "Yes." She like would paw the ground and try to charge me, and I'm like, "See, you are like 2 weeks old. You're not gonna run me over." She didn't understand that I was trying to feed her.
She actually started drinking from the bottle, which is like huge.
I was in there for hours trying to get her to relax a little bit in my presence. Orphan bison survival rates are pretty low, which is why no one really thought she would live through the weekend when I first got her.
So this is an update for everybody who is invested in my little bison baby. She's doing really good.
After she lived through the weekend, I was like, oh, now I have a baby bison that I'm responsible for.
Not my hat. No. Good girl.
I'm her mom, and she knows that very well.
No. I don't need your kisses. You can keep them.
Since I was, you know, taking care of her, I brought her with me everywhere I went.
Ow!
She is gonna come with me this weekend. I'm going camping. That was just normal for her. That was her life, you know, she didn't know any different. So she has lived with my horses, and she loves my dog Johnny.
Snuggle, Lucy.
It's kind of cute to just see how much she's grown and how far she's come, especially considering that no one really thought she was gonna live. I'm still really careful with her. No matter how much I love her, they're always gonna be a little bit wild. I don't suggest that anyone goes out and seeks out getting a bison. She just kind of became part of my little family. She's really special and really special to like my herd. Oh my God.
There's all the kids marching over. What's up, guys?
It's pretty funny, like I don't always think of how odd we all must look together, but sometimes I'll just look behind me and I'm just like, yep, that's my squad.
Certainly a lucky bison. She got a lovely, sweet mum. And so now we're going to say our decree for our beloved animal friends. We say together, beloved I am presence of all mankind, charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort to the animal kingdom. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it and so be it. In God's most holy name I am. We accept it done and we thank you. We just thank you for the opportunity of making the call. I'm going to read now from beloved Mighty Director. Let me just get this up. All right, it's just lovely, I think. Obviously from Friendship with the Gods. And this is what he says. I am exactly what my name implies, the director of the builders of form. And I was and am responsible for the direction of the energies which make up your emotional, mental, etheric, and physical vehicles. I am the director of the builders of the temples, which should be the tabernacles of the Most High Living God, but which have at present disintegrated into those forms which you see in the mirror. I should expect you, each and every one, within the next 10 days, to utilize the God power which is within you, invoking the power of transmutation of the Ascended Master Saint Germain, and invoking the power of the flame of freedom to transmute instantly those distortions, emotional, mental, etheric, and physical, so that there will be at least a semblance of that divine pattern and plan which I created for your 4 lower vehicles. It is not for today alone, nor tomorrow, but for always. We direct the builders of all forms, from the simplest humble dwelling to the greatest palace of beauty, the mightiest pyramid, the most magnificent sphinx, the most glorious cathedral, as well as the simplest church in the wild wood. We direct upward your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions toward that sphere where they qualify to abide. We gather for the silent watchers of your particular locality those constructive thoughts, feelings, words, and actions, and give them to that silent watcher, who in turn emphasizes them by the tremendous energies of her radiation and sends them onward, closer and closer to the Godhead I am. Then it is our joy to direct back to you, through your silent watcher, the blessings from our realm, blessings so manifold that you do not know of them. You are recipients of the most holy things from God's kingdom. And how lovely is that? I think there's just so much going on in the higher realms that we don't know. We're just so truly, truly blessed. And now we're going to listen to, just before we begin to sing to beloved Lord Gautama, but we're also going to listen, takes just over a minute, beautiful a girl singing Toning, and I think you're going to enjoy it. It was on TikTok, so I just quickly downloaded it. I thought you'd enjoy it. And then we're going to sing to beloved Lord Gautama. Oops, bit of an abrupt ending, but just so beautiful and so it's beautifully toned, I thought, for that glass. All right, now just such beautiful words we sing to our beloved Lord Gautama. Lovely. God bless Lord Gautama forever. We know he took over from beloved SANAT Kumara, which enabled SANAT Kumara to return back to Venus in January of 1956. Mighty beloved being. With Lord Maitreya, I believe they're part of the original 30 that came from Venus to pave the way for beloved SANAT Kumara. So you can imagine how long it's been on the beloved earth. All right, so thank you, beloved Aunt, so much. You could take us through our decrees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthea. I don't think I was the only one swaying to that beautiful song with its lovely words and exquisite music. It was just a perfect ending to all those readings we have, and now it gets us ready, peaceful and harmonious, and ready to make these calls for our beloved Earth. We say together, Mighty I Am Presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source, so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. we thank you. And now I decree for protection. Beloved mighty I Am Presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful that we are given whatever added protection is needed, and what we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. And we just take a moment to visualize, to see and feel this tube of light, this mighty pillar of protection, blue and crystal, enfolding each and every one of us. We see it around our families, our homes, our friends. We see it around this group and all those across the face of the earth standing up in the name of truth, justice, and freedom for all the people of the earth. And we give deep, deep thanks for this. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury in every court throughout the world. Knowing that I am all-powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I Am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I Am Presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence, charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Now this wonderful opportunity that we have together to call in that mighty gift of the violet flame, that flame of freedom that has the ability to shatter, dissolve, consume, and transmute all discordant energy. And today particularly, we'd like to focus on the beloved elemental kingdom, all those distressed, distorted, and destructive elemental forms. Especially we think of those creating these extreme weather conditions in central parts of America and all across the world. We make a special call now to beloved Archangels Chamuel and Charity, to beloved Archangels Zadkiel and Amethyst, and to the angels of the Violet Fire and the angels of divine love. And we ask that you go forth, north, south, east, and west, and that you stand above the vortices of energy where there are distorted, destructive, or distressed elementals. We ask that you draw these beloved elementals into your own blessed bodies of love and light. And we ask that you set them free from everything that was never meant to be. Maybe we can just visualize them drawing up these precious elemental beings, comforting them, soothing them as a mother would her child, setting them free from everything that was never meant to be. We love, bless, and thank you, beloved elementals and angels, for your ceaseless service to mankind for eons of time. With that gratitude in our hearts, we're going to say the violet fire decree together. Mighty I am presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those that minister to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple wands of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all, cause, core, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. And now as we see our earth, pure, perfect and free, we fill ourselves with that feeling of ascended master victory as we say together, I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each hour until fully manifest. And so be it. And so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. And we end off now with that call to the secret love star, that mighty focus of cosmic divine love from the great central sun, shining in the heavens for this 2,000-year period. That mighty focus of cosmic divine love, that supreme light that cannot be requalified with human thoughts or feelings. And together now we see that light, pink and golden rays from the secret love star, consciously directed into every human heart, enfolding every man, woman, and child in a pillar of divine love, expanding that feeling of divine love in every human heart, saturating the entire nature kingdom, all elemental life in this feeling of divine love and gratitude, filling all life on our beloved earth with those feelings of harmony, kindness and tolerance, grace and goodwill, those feelings of loving service, of respect and courtesy, those feelings of unity, one holy family, Saint Germain's holy family, one brotherhood. And we just see our entire earth now, every nation, every man, woman, and child, and the entire nature kingdom, bathed in this pink and golden light from the secret love star. And we send our deep love and gratitude to those mighty beings of light who hold this focus of light for the benefit of all mankind and all life evolving on this sweet earth. This gift of cosmic divine love, so greatly needed on our beloved earth. I am the presence, filling my being and world, and that of all mankind, all life, with light and love from the secret love star. And we give deep, deep thanks for this. We give thanks for this opportunity to serve the light. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, beloved Antoinette. Absolutely wonderful and lovely, lovely call for those beloved elementals. That was just so marvelous. And now we've got the closing invocation, and I'd just like to think here. Sue, do you have a mic? Are you able to? Are you on a phone or a screen, a laptop? I don't know whether you can.
I have just a small screen on my phone. I don't read very well with it, so I would love to, but I probably wouldn't be very successful.
Okay, not to worry. Thank you so much, Bessie. I'm going to ask Delia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Delia, beloved, can you read for us?
Okay, Anthea. Thank you very much. The closing invocation. Beloved, I am presence, and beloved Master Kuthumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the masters. We thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you, beloved Delia. And so there we have it. So let's just take a moment of just going into our heart and just gratitude for these marvelous teachings, gratitude for our opportunity to serve the light, say our decrees, and just learn how we can assist our beloved Earth and all the people on her at this critical time. Just deep, deep gratitude. Oh, thank you. And there we have it. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to stop the share, stop the recording as well.